Does the thief look threatening? Let's see. He finally sees the thief and... Okay. Okay. Oh, this is quite literally the moment of truth. What has fate in store for us? We're in the middle of the danger zone. Welcome back. So I'm gonna finish up Harold's story. So if you remember from last time, we had Harold. He's a middle-aged man who survived the apocalypse. He has a nice old pumping station that he uses as shelter, and that has still working equipment, so he can get water from it. But he got burglarized, and the fuel cans that were used to power those pumps, they got stolen, along with his trusty carabine. So now there's no way of starting the pumps, nor of fueling his car. But thankfully, he has his trusty pipe wrench. Alright. Now we have two more scenes to play out. We have the rising action, and we have the climax. If I go back to this document, they tell us we play out the first scene. Once we have learned enough to take action, we end it. And now we create the next scene, and we can put it into the 2 conflict on the Loom of Fate. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. This is pretty exciting. Dang. I'm actually quite pumped. Oh, it's so cool. Okay. So now I suppose we're gonna go with this thread instead. This is gonna be the main thread for now. Because I already know what we've lost. I mean, I suppose we have a couple of new threads we're gonna do. Yeah. Let me do some bookkeeping, because there's at least one more thread, and that is what is the chief planning on doing with the fuel? That's an important question that could lead us to a bunch of new developments. So now I have the task of choosing. Thread A, it's been done to that. I know everything I need to know with thread A. But I have who burglarized us, or what is the chief planning on doing with the fuel? Well, Harold, what lead does he have for the moment? Tell you what. Let's go with who burglarized us, and the location is going to be just outside the pumping station. With his pipe wrench in hand, Harold goes out the station, his eyes darting around for any sign of the thief. That scoundrel woke him up only a few minutes ago, so he shouldn't have gone far. Alright. That's a good entry point. So, what could I ask? I know. Can Harold hear the thief? Right? And by the way, this is when, if you were playing a, let's say, Dungeons and Dragons, that's when you could actually make dice rolls, right? So the way I've done it in my test game earlier this week, I would ask questions of the Loom of Fate. So let's say I would ask, oh, is there a creature nearby? And if it said yes, then I would roll for perception. I would do a perception check with my character to see if my character can detect the creature. But here we're just doing it with the Loom of Fate. So let's see. Can Harold hear the chief? And we have a search count of 2, by the way. Let's keep it in mind. 74. That is yes. Okay, I'm gonna ask a follow-up question. Is the chief far ahead? Let's see. And it's gonna be with the 4. So 69. That is just plain yes. Okay, I have enough to come up with something. Harold can hear the intruder's footsteps in the distance. Well, then let's start chasing. Is Harold athletic enough to actually start, going for that thief? Or is he gonna have to, use another way? Let's see. So we have 36 plus 6, 42. No, minus. So 30. And 30, it's no. Our protagonist makes a mental note of where the noise is coming from, and he starts walking discreetly towards it. I'm gonna ask a final question. Well, potentially a final question. I wanna know. If the thief notices he's being followed. And yeah, we'll see what happens then. Does the thief notice him? Oh, and by the way, the surge was 8. And I've got 27, so it's 19. What is 19? 19 is just plain no. Too bad. On the other one, I would have gotten a special. So he doesn't notice him. That's great, actually. Okay. Basically, what happens is that Harold is just gonna stalk after the thief for a while. And when he stops, then that's when Harold is gonna spring in and deal with the thief. But let's see how that plays out. So since the thief doesn't notice him, Harold stalks the thief through the night, making sure he doesn't get spotted. And finally, he sees him entering an old, half-blasted skyscraper. And that's when we're stopping our rising action. Okay, so I'm just noting down that he lives in an old skyscraper. As you can see, I'm keeping the identity of the thief mysterious, right? So even though our thread was to learn who burglarized Harold, we still don't know. I want to reveal that in the climax. Final scene. This is gonna be the confrontation. I'm not sure if it's gonna go violent or not. We'll see though, cause the thief is supposed to have the Harold's carbine, so we're gonna have to be careful. Harold could well die there. Okay, well, let me set up the last scene card. So the thread is still who burglarized us, and now we're around the old skyscraper. So the way I've done it, it's all been kind of continuous. Though I did kind of a montage when Harold was stalking the thief. But you can do it a little bit more with ellipses, you know, between the different scenes. Which is what I could do here. Like Harold could wait. Could wait. The way I see it, I have two ways about it right now. I could have Harold just do a scene where he kind of observes the thief, which is probably what I'm gonna do. And or I could directly go into the climax. Yeah, I wanna go that way. Okay. So after all, this is not gonna be a climax scene. We're still in the rising action. And he's just trying to observe what's happening with the thief. So we're gonna set it to knowledge and ask a couple of questions. Harold observes the thief from afar. Yeah, let's start with that. And my first question I'm going to ask is, does the thief light a fire? Because when you come home in the apocalypse, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be hungry, just like in the normal world. Now let's see. And we're on plus or minus 10, by the way. So 34, no, 84. Ooh, okay. So it's 94. And we're into knowledge again. So that is yes, but. Ooh. Okay. And our counter is back to 0. Harold can see a fire is being lit in the skyscraper, but from his vantage point, he can only see a few distorted shadows on the ground going towards him, cast by the fire. So he can't see what the thief looks like. I'm gonna have Harold move closer. So does Harold manage to move closer without getting detected? 65 with no surge because we had a big surge last time. That is yes. Okay. So we're gonna see how the thief looks like now. Awesome. So Harold manages to get closer. Very interesting. Gee, I love this. This is so tense. Like, this is tense for me now. I felt like Harold might get shot. I thought he might have gotten shot right there, you know? Thankfully, the gods of the loom have been merciful. Um, so let's see. I want to find a very cutting question that will. Because, like, all of this time to finally see the identity of the thief, it's gotta be something. Does the thief look threatening? Let's see. And I have plus or minus 2 on that one. No. 19 minus 2. Ooh, that was very close to no but. So it's no and, which puts my counter back to 0, by the way. He finally sees the thief, and it's a woman. A disheveled, dirty looking woman. In the sense she looks uncleanly. You rubes. And she's trying to warm up a couple of pieces of bizarre looking meat over a gasoline fire. So right there, looks like she was needing the gasoline for warmth and fire. Not for anything weird and nefarious. Huh. Well, that poses a moral quandary, doesn't it? Yeah, how is gonna how will Harold get out of that one? Okay. Well, I want to make Harold a good guy. So here's what's gonna happen. Harold is gonna try to get out in the open and to use diplomacy to defuse the situation and maybe try to make an ally of that woman. So my question is going to be, yeah, let's be cutting. Can Harold gain the woman's I wouldn't say trust, but can he get the woman to listen to him? Let's see. I'm loving this, by the way. No, you know what? End of scene. We're gonna play it in the climax with the two conflict. So it turns out the thief is a woman and she uses the fuel to light a fire to cook. So turns out the thief was planning to cook food with the fuel. Awesome. So now final scene 4. Dang, I didn't think we'd get to 4 scenes. And that means we have a new thread actually, which is basically trying to make peace with the thief. Can Harold make peace with the thief? Which is going to be our thread for the climax. And the location is still the skyscraper. Awesome. This is so cool. So this is gonna begin So Harold is going to try to talk to the woman, but he's behind a cinder block, a waist-high wall, and he stands up and he tries to use diplomacy. So let's see how that goes. Can he get the woman to listen to him? That's a cutting question, by the way. 38. So it's a no. I'm gonna. Oh, that's bad. No. No. He can't get the woman to listen to him. Ah, fuck. Okay, well, let me just do one little thing with my background to reflect this situation. Harold is so gonna die. Harold is flipped. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna ask a follow-up question. Does the woman get aggressive? Okay, we can still save this. We can still save this, everyone. Okay. Let me just keep with my right hand. Oh. Okay. We have a surge of 2. Ooh. Let's see. What is it? Oh. Fuck. That's a 69. Usually I'd be happy to get a 69, but right there. So to conflict. So yes. I think quite frankly, I think Harold is about to die. I hope not, though. Let's give him a little bit of a chance. Harold tries to talk to the woman. He says, "Hello, miss." But she turns with a start, and she looks with fear in her eyes, and she starts scrambling for the carbine. She's just like searching in all her stuff. She has like a couple of bags she used to get stuff from Harold, and man, she's about to. She's ready. She's ready to kill. She's ready for combat. Okay. Ooh. Okay. How are we gonna get out of that one? Okay, the question is gonna be, will Harold get hurt? I hope he doesn't. Let's see. Oh, this is quite literally the moment of truth. Will Harold get hurt? Will he die? Because right now, what I'm thinking, like, if it says no, okay, no and, no but, no and unexpectedly, cool, is good. But yes, pretty much gonna die. Yes and, pretty much gonna die. Yes, but maybe survives. Yes and unexpectedly, probably dead. So the way I see it, yeah, it's like a coin flip if he's gonna die right now. Also, I think we're at 4 if I look at my notes. Okay, let's see. Oh, 71, so that's 75. Yes. Beans. Okay. Yes, he's gonna get hurt. Harold, rest in peace. Well, let's see what I come up with. Don't think there's much suspense in that, though. The woman stays mute. She grabs the rifle and tries to shoot Harold. She doesn't manage to shoot him directly since he's ducking behind the cinder wall, the cinder block. But part of her bullet explodes, right? She's shooting at the wall and then it kind of obliterates on the wall. So a bit of shrapnel flies right into Harold. Ugh, it's not boding well at all. So I'm just gonna do a follow-up question now. Is Harold mortally wounded? I have Surge 6 on the dice. What has fate in store for us? We're in the middle of the danger zone. We could lose Harold right now. Oh, and I meant it to be a 6. Okay, so this is 89. Yes, but very interesting. All right. Well, I know exactly what's gonna happen then. I'm really glad about this result, actually. Harold sees his life oozing out of him. The shrapnel must have hit somewhere in his gut. It burns like all heck. Feels like the lake of fire is right in his belly. If he wasn't starting to feel himself slipping out of consciousness, he would notice that the woman has stopped firing. The last thing Harold sees is the woman's face, half illuminated by the gas fire and half shrouded in darkness, staring right into his eyes. Her face is stern and sunburned, but her eyes betray pity and guilt. As his vision finally darkens, he can almost discern the words, "I'm sorry." And there you have it, everyone. The story of Harold, a guy living in the apocalypse who gets his gas can stolen, tries to get it back, learns it's a woman who stole from him. He tries to make peace with her, but she's too scared. She shoots him, and then she feels guilty as he's laying there dying. It's pretty dark, but I think it's very apropos for the post-apocalypse. That's, you know, feels a little bit like the road. So I'm really happy with how that story turned out. I hope you liked it too. I hope I inspired you to try out CRGE, or that at least I've managed to convince you with my pitch of this new potential series I could be doing with CRGE. Let me know if you liked it. If you did, I'll definitely try doing at least another story with this. I could either continue on in this world, or I could try something else. I could try incorporating GNG into it, or maybe it's fun to do it just with the Loom of Fate. That might be something I keep. Anyhow, I'll figure it out, but yeah, I'll base my decision on you guys' feedback, because ultimately I'm doing this content for you guys out there. I want to grow my channel. I want more people to watch my videos, and I want them to be enjoyable. So I'll be waiting for your comments, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.